Ni hao, family and friends. Well, right now we are in the beautiful city of Kaohsiung, which is a coastal city, city of 2 million people, the second largest in Taiwan, and it's the biggest port in the country.
Biggest port in the country, yeah.
But we are sitting in front of some pagodas. It's out in Lotus Pond, which looks like a lake to us, not a pond.
Yeah.
But since our last postcard from Sun Moon Lake, we spent 3 days in Sun Moon Lake, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. And we also traveled to Taiwan for 3 days, and then now we're, as I said, we're in Kaohsiung for 2 nights on the southern coast.
Yeah. So we were really excited for Sun Moon Lake. It turned out getting there was half the adventure. Because Taiwan basically has a huge mountain range in the middle of the country, so there's no easy way to cross the country. Instead of going straight, we went, well, not straight at all. Our train went up to the east coast, looped through Taipei in the north, and came back down to the west coast.
Like a big horseshoe, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what should have been a 4-hour train ride turned into 6, because our train ride was delayed by 2 hours, and to make the delay even more fun, all the announcements were made in Chinese. So we just sat there on the train, every platform, we were kind of like, well, something's happening, but we don't have a clue what it is.
And I just want to say real quick that we last few videos, we had a lot of wind, so we're sitting in a cafe, an outside portion of the cafe. So I think we're okay on the wind, but we're going to hear some road noise, and perhaps people maybe sitting next to us might be talking. So we're trading wind noise for car noise to hopefully show you city noise to show you the pretty pagodas behind us. But we finally made it to Taichung from Sun Moon Lake.
After 6 hours on the train.
And then we power walked to the bus station and barely made the last bus to Sun Moon Lake at 5:45 in the evening.
Yeah.
Honestly, it felt like we were in a race that we didn't sign up for. But we rolled into Sun Moon Lake around 8 o'clock at night, tired, hungry, but very proud of ourselves for making it. The bed and breakfast that were staying at Sun Moon Lake kept texting me, asking me where we were. The staff was going to go home by 8 o'clock, so we had that frustration as well. We didn't want to be locked out of our bed and breakfast. But anyway, we just couldn't get a break that day. But we got there about 5 minutes after 8, and they were happy, we were happy.
Yes. So Sun Moon Lake is beautiful. It's a very popular destination. It's Taiwan's largest lake, and it's surrounded by lush mountains. Unfortunately, it was a little hazy both days, and instead of this dramatic mountain views and clear mirror-like lake view like we were thinking, in New Zealand, we had this kind of mysterious salt filter effect, right, Scott?
Right, but we got lucky the last day.
Yeah, we did. So the next day, day number 2, we walked around the lake, very nice bike path and walking path. Actually, we walked over 10 miles that day.
We did.
Crazy.
Which is pretty normal for us, actually.
Yeah, and then day number 3, we wisely chose the hop-on, hop-off bus because we got a little bit smarter. So we did a little bit more further out sightseeing the more popular spots.
The trade-off on the hop-on, hop-off bus was you had to wait sometimes over an hour to be picked up to go to the next stop. So
right. But that was the only option to get around the lake.
Yeah. So then after Sun Moon Lake, beautiful as it was, we headed to Tainan, which is further down the west coast. And Tainan was, 400 years ago was the capital of Taiwan before Taipei. That time, everything was smooth. There were no delays, no sprints with luggage, no mystery announcements in Chinese, literally. We stayed in a really nice modern hotel right in the center of the city, so we walked everywhere, which is always our preference. I think yesterday we walked a little over 13 miles. But Tainan is known as Taiwan's food capital, and that makes Trun happy when you deal with food, because Trun's a foodie. And we certainly did our part to eat food in Tainan, but we really got lucky The hotel had a beautiful gym, all modern equipment. The hotel is fairly new, and so every day we were down there by 6 a.m. Working out in the
Up
gym.
there at the gym.
Up there, it was up on the roof.
On the top floor, yeah.
So really took advantage of the gym. Rarely do hotels have gyms, but
Yeah,
when they
this one
do,
was really nice.
we were there quite a bit.
So we had one of our best meals in Tainan. We were looking for classic Taiwanese comfort food, not anything fancy, but finally we found a restaurant that used to be famous for their street food. So all their items on their menu are all street food items, and so we tried Danzai noodles, which is where
Chef's kiss.
which
So
is
good.
originated from Tainan. So actually, Scott, how many bowls did you have?
I may or may not have had 2 large bowls.
No, they're not large. They're little small bowls, but very tasty. And we kept ordering food because we had
Because it
been,
was so
it
good.
was so good. Also, not expensive at all. Fairly inexpensive.
Yeah.
So
We're not proud of ourselves for all the food we
well,
consumed, but
that's okay. And then we rolled into Kaohsiung.
mhm,
It's nicknamed Harbor City, right?
mhm.
So we took a train there.
No
which is
problems.
where we are now, and
Yeah.
this is our final destination before we head back to Taipei.
Tomorrow we will
Tomorrow.
take.
We'll take the high-speed
right.
train.
So as I mentioned, Kaohsiung is the second largest city in the country and the largest port. It's a city of 2 million people, and it just does not seem like it. It seems orderly, clean. I don't know where all these people are.
Yeah, things are more spread out actually.
Yeah, but it just
and,
feels
very
less
relaxed.
crowded than Taipei
Mhm,
and more relaxed. Definitely not many tourists down here, but that's okay. But tomorrow we're taking the high-speed train back to Taipei. It's kind of like Japan's bullet train, because we will literally go from the bottom of the country to the top of the country in an hour and a half.
Yep.
Then we'll stay one night in Taipei, and then we were heading to the islands of the Philippines, and we could not be more excited.
Very excited.
We'll be in 5 different islands in the Philippines, starting with Manila, just for a day. That's kind of our launch in Manila before we head out to the islands, going to the islands but we've had a great time so far in Taiwan
Yep.
here. And this is the last postcard from Taiwan. The
Yep.
next postcard will be from the island of Palawan, the city of El Nido in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So that's all.
That's all
this
for this
week.
week's adventure of trains, buses,
cardio, and lots of eating. We will
will
see you next Friday. Until then, we'll keep following the sun. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.